Welcome to the Bizarre Broadcasting Channel, BBC, where the news is always upside down, logic takes the back seat, and reality is just a suggestion. Coming to you live from an unknown location and streamed exclusively on our unofficial channel, I'm your unofficial speaker, ready to dive into another episode of the absurd, the implausible, and the hilariously impossible. Today's top story. The quiet suburbs of Adrar have officially become the epicenter of an agricultural revolution that's making dairy farmers everywhere question their life choices. That's right, folks. Get ready to raise your glasses because Adrar has started planting milk trees. According to an inaccurate update from an unreal source who claims to be Adrar's newly appointed Minister of Milky Affairs, the once dusty suburb has transformed into a lush, dairy-filled oasis, virtually overnight. Residents are reporting that these miraculous milk trees have sprouted in backyards, schoolyards, and even in the middle of the local soccer field, much to the delight of lactose enthusiasts and cereal lovers alike. An unknown reporter, who we're pretty sure has zero qualifications in horticulture or reality, describes the scene as utterly unbelievable, with locals now strolling through groves of leafy milk trees, each branch dripping with fresh, creamy goodness. From unofficial speakers to anonymous sources who may or may not have sampled the goods, it appears that these milk trees produce a range of varieties, including whole, skim, chocolate, and even almond, which has left botanists everywhere scratching their heads in sheer disbelief. One particularly unreliable source swears they've seen low-fat options growing on the south side of town, while another insists that the trees occasionally sprout milk cartons, complete with expiration dates and convenient pour spouts. Experts, or at least those calling themselves such from unknown basements, are baffled by this phenomenon, speculating wildly about everything from secret genetic experiments to extraterrestrial intervention. According to inaccurate updates from our Unreal Reality department, the origins of the milk trees can be traced back to a mysterious seed packet that washed ashore during a sandstorm and was promptly planted by an unsuspecting farmer who thought he was growing a new type of date palm. Little did he know he was about to revolutionize breakfast routines for generations to come. From unknown locations with even more unknown sources, rumors have spread that the milk trees are the result of ancient Bedouin magic mixed with modern agricultural advancements that no one can quite explain, let alone replicate. Yesterday's news reported a full-on milk rush as people from all over Algeria and beyond are flocking to Adrar in hopes of snagging their very own milk tree sapling. In a bizarre twist that could only happen on our unofficial channel, local authorities have issued permits for the cultivation of milk forests, sparking a new wave of dairy tourism where visitors can pick their own milk straight from the branch. An unofficial economist, who specializes in whimsical and nonsensical trends, predicts that milk tree farming will soon surpass traditional dairy production, putting cows worldwide on notice and sending milkmaids into an existential crisis. From an unknown correspondent who may or may not be hiding in a treehouse sipping milkshakes, reports suggest that Adrar's newfound fame has led to the emergence of entrepreneurial milk moguls, individuals who have begun exporting fresh milk leaves to major cities. These leaves, when squeezed, supposedly yield the freshest milk anyone's ever tasted, prompting cafes to add tree-to-table lattes to their menus and restaurants to experiment with leaf-drenched cream soups. And as if this weren't odd enough, our most unreliable sources indicate that the local government is considering a proposal to make the milk tree the national symbol of abundance, replacing the previous icon, which was just a slightly confused camel. From the inaccurate analysis of pseudo-botanists who failed basic plant biology, there's a growing belief that the milk trees might be just the beginning. Word has it that Adrar's farmers are already experimenting with other beverage-producing plants, including juice bushes, soda shrubs, and, brace yourselves, wine vines that could make Adrar the new epicenter of improbable agriculture. Our unofficial speaker in the field, who was last seen with a suspiciously full glass of branch-brewed espresso, says that if this trend continues, it won't be long before Adrar becomes a full-blown liquid orchard, with every conceivable drink growing neatly from a tree. As more and more milk trees take root across the Adrar suburbs, local children have been spotted gleefully swinging from branches, catching fresh milk droplets in their cereal bowls, while the neighborhood cats have declared an unofficial state of bliss. Even the local tea shop has jumped on the trend, boasting a milk tree tea that combines the freshest milk with hand-picked leaves for what they claim is the ultimate blend of refreshment and confusion. Authorities, or whoever's currently in charge of keeping track of reality, have urged residents to enjoy the milk trees responsibly and to refrain from attempting to graft them onto other plants, after one unfortunate incident involving a lemon tree, a milk branch, and a highly explosive batch of instant yogurt. As always, we at the Bizarre Broadcasting Channel, BBC, promise to keep you updated with the most unbelievable developments, whether they involve milk, magic, or anything in between. I'm your unofficial speaker, signing off from another utterly absurd episode of Broken News. Remember, when the milk flows from trees and the headlines make no sense, you're watching BBC. Stay curious, stay amused, and keep your cereal bowls ready. You never know what's going to pour out next. Good night from all of us at Bizarre Broadcasting Channel, where the only thing more far-fetched than the news is the possibility of it being true.